What is going on, you guys? Your boy Pedro back again with another one, and today we're going to be talking about Snapchat and how it has fucking destroyed dating. Me personally, the only reason I use Snapchat is to talk to women because that's what girls use for whatever reason, communicate. Typically, I don't even ask for Snapchat. Typically, I'm like, hey, can I get your number? Because I feel like that's the more adult thing. That's the more professional thing to do, the more mature thing to do. I feel like asking for a girl's Snapchat, you're basically asking to get fucking cheated on. You're asking to be tortured, essentially. And the reason I say that is because girls' Snapchats are very different from guys' Snapchats. Girls, they have fucking a million different dudes sending them snaps at any given moment. So it's not like you're competing with, just one person in your city. No, you're competing with niggas in different states, in different area codes. You're competing with all kinds. It's insane, bro. And the reason I know this is because obviously, there's shit on the internet, but I've also seen it in person. I've seen my homegirls like show me their phones up close, and they literally they're just continuously scrolling. Like, I'm like, bro, like, it's insane the amount of dudes that just, even a girl that's like not even that attractive talks to on the daily basis. It's fucking crazy. But anyway, I have a story to kind of interject into this. So I met this girl through a mutual friend, my homegirl, and through text, my homegirl was just like, hey, I got this chick that you would probably like to talk to and stuff like that. I showed her your pictures on your Instagram and everything like that. She said, oh, I want to talk to him too. So we connected and we started to have conversation. And the first thing I noticed through conversation was that this girl was extremely, she was like aggressive, like in terms of like being very sexual. And also being very kind of nonchalant in a way. Like, she was just very, like, whenever I would ask her, like, I guess you could say, like, the typical questions you would ask a partner before you get into a relationship. Whenever I'd ask her things like, oh, like, what are your hobbies? What do you do for fun? She was like, oh, I just work and I do school. I just go to work and I do schoolwork. I don't really have any hobbies. And then I go home and go to sleep. And also, I might add, my homegirl told me, like, oh, Pedro, this girl is a fucking freak in the sheets. And I was like, why are you telling me that? It's going to make sense later. But yeah, as conversation continued, I thought things were going relatively well. I thought we were connecting really well, and we were connecting really well. And eventually we met up, and that was about 2 days ago. My homegirl and her came over here. And we played cards, we hung out, we were just having a good little evening, just chilling, hanging out, and talking about life and stuff like that. And the entire night I had both of them dying laughing because of my insane aura and charisma, obviously. No, but yeah, I did actually have them dying laughing. And we also were just talking about random stuff like World War III, just random shit that's just in the news. And we all like kind of related really well, especially me and the girl I was talking to. Like I said, like we were able to relate on most things. Eventually my homegirl, she left, but the girl that I was talking to, she stayed the night with me. And we slept together. It was a very intimate night. The girl literally slept in my fucking arms, and I felt like we were forming like a very strong bond. I don't know what it is, like I just felt bonded to that girl. And so we next morning we cuddled a little bit more before she had to leave. She was going to the beach. And, we hugged it out. She said she enjoyed herself. I said I had a good time too. And after that, she left. And I'd say about a day passed, and I was just ghosted. Like nothing. She, no text messages, like nothing. And I wasn't really, like, I was kind of confused in a way because I was like, damn, like I thought, I wasn't really mad. I'm not mad that she ghosted or anything like that because I can understand, like, cool, whatever. But I was just confused because I genuinely thought that we had formed a little bond. I thought we had something good going, but, lo and behold, I guess we didn't. And like I even messaged her with like a follow-up, just basically saying like, oh hey, you know, how'd the beach go? Like, you know, I meant to ask you earlier, but you know, I figured you were having a busy day since you were on the road and shit like that. And of course I never got a response. So so this whole experience for me just was a very big black pill moment, because it's just like basically I've come to the conclusion that if a girl has Snapchat on her phone, she is more than likely like either not take you serious, cheating on you, or, you know, talk to another guy, which would be cheating. At this point, it's so like abundant in our culture, the amount of times I've seen it happen to me, to other guys. It's just insane. It's fucking insane. I don't know if this is like I notice like whenever I see older people, like they don't really have, you know, Snapchat. So maybe this is just a problem for people that are young. But yeah, like if your girl has Snapchat, it's probably fucking over, if I'm being honest. It probably never even started, because she's probably gonna have like 100 orbiters just wait for you to fuck up at any given moment, and then they're just sitting right there to strike. Or, you know, if you do fuck up, she can just, you know, use one of them to get back at you in spite. So Snapchat is really like one of the most fucked up apps out there. It's brutal for men. It's really just a woman's game, Snapchat, I find. And it's kind of sad because it's just another example of the illusion of options just destroying dating. Like, you don't have as many options as you think. I know a lot of people like to say, oh, I got options. In reality, you don't. Like, all those dudes that you have added on Snapchat, I'd say like 99.5 of them are just there because they want to fuck. The other half is just, you know, maybe they want to just genuinely be your friend or be something more with you. But for the most part, if you're not like some fucking 10 out of 10 Stacy, like you're probably just an inside girl, like an inside hoe is what they call that. Like a girl you just hit it and then you leave. That's what most of these guys want out of you. They don't want a fucking relationship. They don't see you as like a potential partner or anything like that. They just want to hit it and quit it. Not a lot of guys are, you know, friends with you on Snap to be anything more than, you know, a casual hookup. But I don't know if that made any fucking sense. I'm just yapping, you know, I'm just talking. It's just insane to think like our grandfathers didn't really have to deal with this shit. Like they really were able to just, you know, go up to the girl in their city in person, not really online or anything. And they didn't really have to compete with anybody in like a different area code, a different city, a different state. All they had to really worry about was just their city and her. You know, they didn't really have to worry about any other people like that. I mean, obviously there's other dudes in the city, but as far as like outside of that, like, nah, they didn't really have to really worry about that. They just got the girl that they wanted to get or go for. But us, we're having to deal with 100 billion beta male orbiters in different area codes in different states and different cities and shit like that. And it's just insane, like trying to keep a girl nowadays. Like you always gotta you always have that thought in the back of your mind, no matter how good you look. Like you could, you know, be some 10 out of 10 Chad and still she'll probably add some other Chad. And once she gets bored of you, he'll just take your place, and then the cycle just fucking repeats itself. So it's insane. It's literally a fucking hamster wheel. But I don't know, I guess the best way to play this game is just to not play at all. You just gotta wait for it to come to you, kind of like basketball, bars. But yeah, that's I guess my advice to most people. Don't even try to go and get a girlfriend. Obviously, you know, if girls approach you, if they're giving you like choosing signals, that's whenever you go and do that. But even then, bro, like you gotta make sure these hoes ain't got Snapchat. If they have Snapchat or a dating app or whatever the fuck, it's over. Instagram is kind of, but for the most part, I don't even know, man. But I gotta end this fucking video. I'll see you guys in a little bit. Bye bye.